At 1 o'clock in the night, under the glow of a full moon, a child was born in a quiet village surrounded by forest and open land. But this was not an ordinary birth. The newborn did not cry. The room did not fill with the sound people expected. Instead, according to stories passed down through generations, the child smiled, and around his head there was a light so gentle, bright, and mysterious that those who saw it never forgot it. This is the story of the birth and early life of Guru Nanak Dev Ji, the child whose message would one day cross borders, languages, religions, and centuries. A message that still speaks to the world today. There is one Creator, and all human beings are one family. Long before the world knew the name Nankana Sahib, the village was called Talwandi. Today, this sacred place is in Punjab, Pakistan, near Lahore. But in the 15th century, Talwandi was not a great city. It was a small settlement between thick forest, fertile fields, and stretches of empty land, far from the courts of kings and the noise of empire. Yet history often begins in places the powerful overlook. Talwandi was founded by Rai Bo, a Rajput of the Bhatti clan, a warrior and landholder respected in the area. After him, the land passed to his son, Rai Bular. Though Rai Bular lived in a time of religious tension and political pressure, he was remembered as calm, compassionate, and spiritually minded. He enjoyed the company of holy people, sadhus, and fakirs. He listened more than he judged. He looked for goodness, not labels. And this would matter deeply, because one day, Rai Bular would become one of the early witnesses to the divine light in young Nanak. In that same village lived Mehta Kalu, the father of Guru Nanak Dev Ji. He was a Khatri of the Bedi family and worked as a Patwari, an official responsible for land records and revenue. In village life, this was an important position. His wife, Bibi Tripta, was loving, caring, and devoted to her family. Before Guru Nanak Dev Ji was born, the family had already been blessed with a daughter, Bibi Nanaki. She was born in 1464 in the village of Chahal, near Lahore. From childhood, she was known for intelligence, kindness, and a spiritual nature. She helped her mother, remembered God, and carried a softness that made people feel peace around her. But her greatest role in history would not come through power, wealth, or status. Her greatness came through recognition. Bibi Nanaki would be the first to truly recognize the spiritual light of her younger brother. Then came the night that changed everything. It was the year 1469. The moon was full. The village was quiet. Most homes were asleep. In the home of Mehta Kalu and Bibi Tripta, a child entered the world. The nurse, Dalton, was there when the baby was born. She had seen newborns before. She knew the first cry, the anxious waiting, the relief when sound filled the room. But this time, something was different. The child did not cry. Instead, he smiled. And Dalton saw a radiance around him, a light near his head unlike anything natural. It was not harsh, it was not frightening. It was peaceful, like a star had come close enough to touch the earth. Dalton hurried to Mehta Kalu. When she arrived, her face carried both wonder and concern. Mehta Kalu asked what had happened and why she looked so troubled. Dalton answered that she was not sad. She had joyful news. A beautiful son had been born. But then she told him what she had seen. The baby had not cried. The baby had smiled. And there was a strange, shining light around his head. For a father, such words were amazing and unsettling. Mehta Kalu wanted understanding, so he called Pandit Hardial, a respected Brahmin, to see the child. Pandit Hardial came and observed the newborn. After some time, he told Mehta Kalu that he was fortunate. This child, he said, would grow to be a great person. Perhaps he would become a king. Perhaps he would become a guru. But nearby, young Bibi Nanaki listened with certainty beyond her years. She did not hesitate. She said he would not be a king. He would be a guru. He would bring love and wisdom to the world, and people would remember him forever. In that moment, a sister saw what the world had not yet understood. The child was named Nanak, and tradition connects his name with his beloved sister, Bibi Nanaki. From the beginning, Their bond was special. It was more than the affection of an older sister for a younger brother. It was a spiritual connection, a recognition of light by a heart pure enough to see it. As Nanak grew, the signs of his uniqueness continued. He was calm in a way that surprised people. He did not behave like other children. When babies usually cried for attention, he remained peaceful. When he slept, his face seemed serene. When Bibi Tripta cared for him, she must have felt the mystery of a child who seemed fully human, yet touched by something beyond ordinary life. Bibi Nanaki loved him deeply. She would hold him with tenderness, and young Nanak would respond with a smile. Those moments became part of the family's memory. A sister with loving eyes, a brother surrounded by quiet grace, and a household slowly realizing that this child's life would not follow the path of worldly ambition. The world into which Guru Nanak Dev Ji was born was divided in many ways. People were separated by caste, religion, wealth, gender, language, and power. Some were considered high, others low. Some were welcomed, others pushed away. Many believed the divine belonged only to their group, ritual, identity, or authority. But Guru Nanak Dev Ji came with a message that would challenge every wall humans had built. He taught that there is one creator, not one creator for one nation, caste, religion, or class, but one creator of all. If the same divine light lives in every heart, how can one human being look down upon another? How can anyone be rejected as lesser? How can pride, hatred, or cruelty be called religious? This is why the birth story of Guru Nanak Dev Ji is not only a miracle story from the past, it is a mirror for the present. Even today, the world is full of divisions. People are still judged by background, belief, color, money, language, and status. People still fight over who belongs and who does not. But Guru Nanak Dev Ji's message returns like light in darkness. Remember the one, see the one in all, and live with truth, compassion, humility, and love. His life would later show this message again and again. He would speak against empty pride. He would stand for equality. He would teach honest living, remembrance of the divine, and sharing with others. He would remind people that worship is not only in words, but in how we treat the hungry, the poor, the forgotten, and the stranger. But before the travels, before the teachings spread across lands, before millions would bow in love and remembrance, there was Talwandi. There was a full moon. There was a quiet room. There was Dalton, astonished by a smiling newborn. There was Meta Kalu, trying to understand. There was Bibi Tripta, a mother blessed with a child of peace. There was Pandit Hardyal, sensing greatness. There was Rai Buller, whose compassionate heart would later recognize something extraordinary. And there was Bibi Nanaki, the sister who saw the truth first. Her role teaches us something powerful. Sometimes, the first person to recognize greatness is not a ruler, scholar, or crowd. Sometimes, it is someone close, loving, and spiritually awake. Bibi Nanaki reminds us that recognition is itself a blessing. She saw the divine spark in Guru Nanak Dev Ji, not because the world announced it, but because her heart was ready. The place of that sacred birth is now known as Gurdwara Sri Nankana Sahib. For Sikhs around the world, it is not just a historical location, it is a place of memory, reverence, and connection. It marks the home of the parents of Guru Nanak Dev Ji, and the birthplace of the one who would become the first Sikh Guru. When we think of Nankana Sahib, we are reminded that divine wisdom can rise from a small village. Light can appear in the quietest hour of the night. A child born far from royal palaces can change the spiritual direction of humanity. And the message of Guru Nanak Dev Ji remains simple, timeless, and urgent. There is one. We are all children of the one. No one is higher. No one is lower. To love creation is to honor the Creator. To serve others is to walk closer to truth. To see every person as a brother or sister is to understand the heart of the Guru's teaching. So, as we remember the birth of Guru Nanak Dev Ji, we are not only remembering what happened in Talwandi in 1469, we are being invited to live differently today, with less ego, more compassion, less division, more oneness, less hatred, and more love.